Anyway, I'll go through that, and then at the end, just write down your questions as we go, and then at the end you can feel free to ask. Okay, so the custom applications is under the libraries. So you'd click libraries, and then you'd click custom applications. Then you can choose if this is going to be for a certificated or classified position. Closing my door. Oops. So I'm just going to put certificated. This will list all the applications you have. You'll know that that the EDJOIN application is called a system application. And if you don't have any custom applications, then this is all that you'll see. There used to be, when the system was first created, both certificated and certificated management applications. And under classified, you might see that there was also classified application, classified management, and I think the other one was office technical or something. There is no longer any difference at all. They're exactly the same application, so you don't have to worry about which one you select anymore. The only reason we haven't removed the others is because some people are using them. We don't want to mess up anybody's applications. Okay, so the last column over here will show you the last date that any particular application has been used. And if you have some that are really, really old and nobody's using them anymore, you can delete them just to keep control over the list that you have there. You'll notice that some of these say create new version. Most of them do. This one says edit. When you create a custom application and it hasn't been used ever, you can still edit it. But if you create a custom application and you've used it, then you can't edit what's there now. You have to create a new version. So you can use that one as a basis and then create a new version in which you either change some wording on a question that's already there, or add more questions or delete some questions or whatever. The reason for this is if the application is being used already, everybody has to be able to apply with the same application. So once it goes into use, then you can't, as I said, can't change that one. You can only create a new version of it to use in future postings. So I'm going to get started with just to add a new one. Click on Add Custom Application. You'll see at the top that you've got View 1 Edit, View 2 Edit, 3, etc. If you click on the word View, oops, I know what I did wrong. Sorry. Going to go back. First, I have to give it a name. Now, you'll remember that you can't call it anything certificated application or certificated management application or even certificated management, because the system will see that as a system name and you won't be able to edit it. It'll come up and be called system application. So when you create it, you have to make sure you name it something completely different. So we're going to call this the webinar application. And then I'm going to base it on the certificated application, or the application type is certificated, and I'm going to base it on the regular certificated application. And then I save it. So now I have, if I went back here, I have this one. And since, because it hasn't been used, I could edit it. Okay, so there are many different types of questions that you can ask, and you can also determine for yourself what page you put it on. So the first page is the basic information, their contact information, and then basic questions about other languages they may speak or write, and their ethnicity questions. Page 2, at least of the certificated application, is the credential information. So if you're going to ask a question that has to do with credentials, you'd want to put it on that page. The third page is about their work history. And the fourth page is about their education. So again, any questions about that, you would want to put on that page. The references are listed here. And then the last page is where they ask the legal questions, and they must sign it. So we're going to go and edit page 1. And the first one it defaults to is the radio button selection. That's the kind of question you would ask if there are multiple answers possible, but only one answer acceptable. As an example, you can say, what was the highest Now, I might want to put that on their education page. I'm just going to do them all here to just show them what they look like. Okay, so in the options, I'm going to put okay, and then I'll save it. Now to show you what it looks like on the other end, oops, click on the word view. And as you scroll down, you'll see that the question and then the radio buttons. And you can see when I click on one or the other one disappears. So again, this is the kind of question you'd ask if only one answer is possibly the right one. Okay, I'm going to go back up here and edit again. And then I'm going to click on Add Question. When I do that, it adds the question underneath the one I have. I'll show you in a minute how you can change the order of the questions as well. I'm pointing to my screen as if you could all see what I'm pointing at. Anyway, the next possible kind of question is the yes-no. Adding a yes-no question, are you willing and able to assist? Oops. Now, even though there's an options box here, which I think in the new version of EDJOIN, which we're working on now, will probably go away because it kind of will throw you off that you think you have to put, you know, the options of yes or no there. But just keep in mind that you do not have to do that. The system will do it. So I'm going to save that and then view it again to show you what it looks like. So again, it looks like a radio button selection, but it automatically gives you the possibility of saying yes or no to this. Okay, I'm going to add a new question. And then I'm going to skip over right now, and I'm going to go to comment, no response. Actually, no, I'm not. well, okay, I'll go to pull-down menu response. Just keep it in order. Okay, so here I'm going to put a question and then show you what that looks like and how you can use it. It works much the same way as radio button selection, except instead of showing it all on one page, they have to click the pull down to show it. So the question I'm going to enter is, and my options are going to be 0 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 plus, and save it. So again, this is one that you only get one possible answer, but it's a drop-down menu instead of the radio button. So either one of those would work in much the same way, but you might want to be doing one or the other to save space, especially if you have a whole lot of questions. Okay, so we're going to go back and edit and add a new question. And the next one is multi-line response. This is where you ask a question that they'll need more than a simple sentence to respond to it. As an example, okay, so when you say that, you don't have an option box because what they'll actually see now is just a box they can type in, and they're allowed up to 5,000 characters. And I'll explain, I'll go over a little bit later at the end of showing you how to do the questions and what they're used for, how to use some of these features to screen out candidates, especially ones who are really not really serious about the job itself. Go back and edit it, and go back, and now we're going to add another question. And this one is going to be comment, no response. Now this is where you can just make any kind of comment that's important to you. You know, if you have to let them know if they need more space to add previous jobs, or you know, to please attach them, you know, create a different document and attach it to the file, or just some comment about your the position itself. Anyway, it's just a comment, no response. But you would also use this if you were going to, if you had a question that more than one answer was possible, then you could use this for that purpose. And I'll show you how right now. If you put comment, no response, and then put in what grades are you willing to work? Especially if you've just put, you know, teacher elementary school, rather than making it a specific 5th grade, 4th grade, whatever question. If you use the comment, no response to ask the question, and then use the checkbox response for your options. So let's say kindergarten is 1. Okay, now by doing it that way, more than one answer is available to them. They can click as many of these as they want, as opposed to the radio button and the pull-down response, only one possible answer is available. This lets them say, you know, any of these, or they prefer third and fourth graders or whatever. That helps you place them. And by using this feature, you can separate out. You can use the custom questions report to separate out which applicants want to go to which grade levels when you're looking to fill a certain position. Okay, and then what we haven't covered is single line response. It's fairly self-evident, I guess. You know, it would just be a simple question that they could answer with just a simple sentence. Let's see. Like if you've asked if they are related to anybody who already works for your district, you can ask, what is the name of the person who again, it would just be a single line response, self-evident. And let's see. I think there's one more here that we haven't covered. Oh, dividing line. That's not even a question at all. You can place a dividing line anywhere you want. Say you want to, you're asking like a set of questions that relate to each other, and then you're going to ask another set of questions that relate to each other. You can put in a dividing line, and then you can move it up. Where did it go? Okay, dividing line. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Maybe I deleted it accidentally. Also, if you're looking at your list of questions and you decide, oh, I should have asked this question right after that one, you can go back up and say, well, after this one is where I'm going to put the dividing line. So you click on Add Question, and it opens up a new one there. And then when you put the dividing line, okay, and then scroll to the bottom and save it. Now when we view it, you'll see the dividing line. Okay. Again, what I want to cover here is the uses of using custom questions on an application. You can ask questions, as an example, the years of experience or this knowledge of specific equipment or software, willingness to perform required duties. And that way, if, as an example of one of those questions I added is, are you willing and able to assist students with personal hygiene needs, which, like in your special needs classes, special education classes, might be part of their duties. And if somebody's applying for that position and they say, well, no, they're not, then when you're looking at a list of applicants, you can use the click on reports and custom questions reports find the posting that you're working in, and then get the questions, and you can see everybody in one place and how they answered that particular question, and weed out the ones who said no, especially if that's a required duty. In the multiple line responses, there are a lot of people, of course, who will, you know, they're just trying to fill out applications. Maybe because they're getting unemployment, they want to prove that they're applying. And you get people applying and filling up your list of candidates who aren't really serious about the job. So if you throw in a couple of multiple line response questions that they have to take some time over answering them, they might say, well, I'm not really serious that I want to spend, you know, half an hour describing why I'm the best candidate for this position. You can ask questions about other skills that relate to the position, things like that. And I think I've covered everything that was on my list to cover, and I can open it up for questions now. So if you've been muted, you can unmute yourself and ask questions, or you can use the chat to send a question. Anyone have questions? Hello? Can you all hear me?
Someone should answer you, huh?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Sorry.
I did unmute everybody, so you can all talk or ask questions.
Yeah, I think, too, if you're on the phone, you have to unmute yourself if you muted, too. But basically, this is my second time that I've taken this training, so I don't really have any questions.
Okay.
But I just thought I should, you know.
Somebody should answer me so I know you're there. Thank you.
Thank you for the training, Dianna.
Somebody asked, can you show us some of the completed applications you have done? Oh, you mean completed applications that use the custom questions? Yes? Let's see. Well, I'm in the training thing now, so ours aren't really, you know, and they kind of just, we just type, as you can see, just arbitrary letters to get through. But this is how the custom questions look to you when you're looking at the completed application. What is the color of the sky? Do you want this job? Like I said, we put nonsensical questions in for our testing and training, and I don't want to go to somebody else's. Okay. Can you show us one more time how to read out responses using the custom questions report? Yes. Let's see if I can find. I should have anticipated this. I'm sorry. Let's see if we use the custom question here. Okay, so this one is called only. All right. Oops, sorry. That was my family. Okay, so I'm going to go back here and report, custom questions report. See, I drew that posting. Sorry, I'm going to have to look again. For conference, certificated. 16. Oops, I did that one twice, so let's hope I get the right one. Okay, so let's select this question, and I'm calling it years of experience. And okay, and then I get report. Now this is going to open it in an Excel. So it shows me the first and last name of all the applicants. It tells me whether or not they have the correct number of years of experience. Phil Donahue does not, so I know I can weed him out. Also, if we want to know which school in the district they want to work in, so we can match them up to that. Does that cover it? Oh, how can you change the order of the questions?
Vanessa.
Oh, first from Maritza. I want to go out. How about one application with the ethnicity information? The applicants, by law, can either answer the ethnicity questions or not. And even if they do, it only shows on their profile. It does not show on your application because that's against the law, because you're not supposed to use that information to make a determination. However, if you need that information for reporting, we also have under custom questions report, we have a posting report. Get postings, check them all, and say you want to know ethnicity breakdown, gender breakdown, racial breakdown, and there's the more, let's see, gender, ethnicity, race. Okay, get report. Okay, where is it? Maybe I need to close one before I can open the other. Open. Yeah. Okay, so this is how you can get that report. I would say that most people don't answer that question, so you'll have a lot of zeros, but at least you'll have the breakdown for when you have to report that information. And then how do you change the order of questions? Okay. Okay, say that I want this question to be above this question. I just take this arrow and do that. And save it. And now that question is before that one. Same thing if I want to move it down. I just take there and move it down. Let's see. Can I do this? Well, can't do it there. So I just took the first question and moved it down to the second question, and the second one moved up. And if you want to move it way down, you have to just keep clicking it till it's where you want it. Okay, anything else? Okay, don't hear anybody, don't see any questions. If not, I can let you know. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. I hope you got something from it and that I wasn't too nervous. It's kind of hard to just talk into the air. I would never make it as a radio personality. Anyway, thank you all. You can give me a call or send me an email if there's, oh yeah, not as nervous as last time. Thank you very much, Marissa. I'll get better. Okay, thanks. Bye, everybody.